I'm feeling extremely dizzy right now. I'm also feeling sick, like I got the flu. I've been feeling sick on and off all, all day. I don't know. I just don't like how I'm feeling right now, and so they dinner time, and I don't know if I can even eat. Still sore over here, so I can't really lift up my right arms. I'm not even too sure if I'll go anywhere for a bike ride or anything. If I do, maybe just around the block. I don't feel really nauseated. Um, so that's why I couldn't even eat my lunch. It took me like half an hour just to eat a small bowl of fried rice for lunch, and right now I'm about to eat my dinner, and I'm just looking at it, and I don't even know if I can eat. I'm like, I'm having a lot of head pressure too. Just woke up from a nap not too long ago, and I'm still tired. I'm not too sure if it was a good idea for me to take a nap, because if I took a nap and I can't sleep tonight, I'm just gonna be like laying down, like looking at the town. Like right now, my elbow is like resting on my computer desk, and it feels like I'm pushing, like I'm doing a karate chop on my table and breaking it down. It feels like my elbow is going straight through the desk. Then I'm also having a lot of like head pressure, like right here in the back of my skull. It just feels like a sharp stabbing, shooting pain. Like someone's taking like a sharp object, not like a knife or anything, but more like like a like a pen or something. But uh, it's poking me in the back of my head. The nausea feeling is the worst for me, because I have that phobia with wanting to throw up. Even saying it makes me feel sick to my stomach. So anytime my stomach's upset, I can't eat. It takes me forever to eat. I mean, just sitting here at my computer desk, I'm feeling so uncomfortable. I just want to rinse my face and splash water on my hair. Just to like kind of snap me out of it, but sometimes it helps. Right now it's not helping. I actually stick my head in the sink bowl. I mean, when I went like this and I slowly move my head back, I felt like I was gonna faint. And I moved my head too quick. Also, I feel like there's like a big bump in the back of my head. I don't know if that has anything to do with like the stiffness of my neck or anything. Just all this weird head sensation is like, especially since last night to all day today, and it's 6:30 p.m. right now, and I'm trying not to focus on these symptoms and whatnot, but you know it's hard not to. But I shouldn't show this bad side of it, of my progress, but at the same time I know I will have bad days, moments, hours, whatever, but I still have to show the bad side, because I don't want anyone to think that, oh, he's doing so good, he probably doesn't have any bad days anymore. But to me it's important to show both sides. So this is the side that is not good. Even though that day when I went for a bike ride, and then later on the evening I went to Costco, and for the car ride, and went inside a little shop. That was a great day. The next day it was pretty good, and then now it's kind of like blah. So yeah, I mean, it's already July 1st, and I think because in my mind it's like my first panic attack happened in May, but I didn't become housebound to June, and then from June it starts slowly getting worse and worse. So I'm thinking like my subconscious mind is like this. It's reminding me. It's like hitting the refresh button. It's like, hey, remember what happened to you at this time of the year last year? Because like if I close my eyes and I try not to picture like what happened to me last year, I still, even though I'm trying my best not to think about it, I still do. This morning I didn't even go outside into the backyard. I didn't even go outside at all today. Well, not yet. I don't know, maybe later I'll just either go ride my bike for like just around the block for like 5 minutes or less. I'll just go sit in my car and just have something. I mean, I'm feeling panicky. We're close to having a panic attack because I'm having these random painful bumps like in the back of my head and my neck and on top of my head, and it's like when I touch down, I can, if it's painful, it's like, I don't know, it feels like it's doing something to the rest of my body. If I press down on it, I can feel it doing something to the other half of my body. It's like when someone press down on your head and you can slowly feel it down to your body. It's like someone's pushing your head straight down to the ground. I don't know if I have the flu or it's just like, because I know with anxiety it makes you feel sick from time to time. I'm surprised how much I'm able to like sit here on my desk and not on my bed just talking. But I don't know. Today I feel like if I move my body too much, I feel like everything is just like moving real quick. It feels like my head is this way. I'm facing straight, but my eyes are this way. If I move my head this way, my eyes feel like they're moving like a foot or two away from me. So it's like I'm playing catch up with my eyes. And then like my lips, I've been biting my lips. I know, I mean, I don't mean to, but it's like I pick up that bad habit. It's like something to distract my mind, I guess, because I'm pretty sure all of us have something that we do to distract our minds. Like for me, I'll be biting my lips. I'll be scratching the side of my head, my forehead. If I don't have my hat on, I'll be scratching my head. That's why I always wear my hat so I'm not scratching my head, my skin off. So yeah, I'm not liking this. I mean, I'm looking at my TV right now, and it feels like it feels like my TV is moving away from me. I mean, I'm used to it, but when you have all these sensations and then you feel sick at the same time, you're like, just you start to thinking like, oh, okay, well, there's something really wrong with me today, or what? I mean, I'm not really panicky. I'm just kind of like, kind of upset, and I'm like, kind of asking myself, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling, or what did I do? What did I do wrong today that's making me feel the way I'm feeling? It's like once I allow myself to once I start asking myself all these questions, that's when I start feeling like crap. And I know I shouldn't be asking myself why am I feeling the way I'm feeling, but sometimes it just happens. And then when someone in my family asks like, are you okay? Because they kind of notice like I'm not as active today as I was for the last 2 months, and then they'll ask me, and then I'll just say I'm not feeling well, and then they start telling each other, and that's when I kind of get like, when I start building up, when they say stuff like that, even though they're kind of worried, but in my mind it's like is there really something wrong with me? Because I'm not really as active today. So they can tell. I mean, I can tell because I'm like so out of it that I didn't even go into my backyard this morning. I mean, I slept pretty well last night. I've been only waking up maybe once in the middle of the night instead of like 5 or 6 times like I used to. The only thing that I'm still sleeping late, like anywhere from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. and then waking up at 3-4 hours later, and then I wake up in the morning like around 7-8 a.m. So I don't know, today if I don't really go for any walks, I'll try to go to sleep, try to lay down in bed at 10 o'clock, and hopefully I'll fall asleep by 11. Because last year around late August or mid-August, when I was feeling better, because I was sleeping around, I would fall asleep around 10 or 11 p.m. and I'll wake up maybe once in the middle of the night, no, and then I noticed slowly I would start feeling so much better. So I mean, sometimes I'll sleep without waking up, I'll feel perfectly fine for the next morning, or sometimes I won't. So like last night I slept pretty well and I still woke up feeling sick. So maybe I need to like try to change my sleeping patterns, because I always sleep at some random time. I mean, I'm just looking at my food and I'm so out of it that I can't even focus on my food. I'm like focusing on every little symptoms, every little movement. I mean, I'm looking at my own hand and I'm like, oh, these my hands, and I'm like touching my face just so I can feel my own face, just to let myself know I'm really here. And then this morning I also felt like my left leg didn't feel like it was connected to my body, because it was jelly, and it felt so light that it wasn't even there. It felt like I was missing a leg. And then also one leg felt like it was like sinking to the ground, and one leg wasn't. And right now I can feel like really all these like head sensations and giving me a headache. I don't know, there's something about summer that is doing this to me is obviously because I had my first panic attack during May, and then it got worse during summer. And then my subconscious mind is like remembers every little detail, and then I'm like, even though I'm not thinking about it, it's like something will remind me. It could be like the heat will remind me. It could be something I'm eating that is like throwing me off guard or whatever. Because last year at this time I was having a hard time eating too. Like whatever I ate, I start like thinking, what if I get sick? So I think it's doing it to me again too this time. Because I did lost a lot of weight. I mean, I'm gaining some of my weight back, but not enough. Plus, I don't want to go back to eating like once a day, like, one little bowl will take me like an hour sometimes to finish eating. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even go anywhere later on this evening. I mean, usually I would have been back home by now because I've been leaving my house earlier. I'm going to try. If I do go somewhere, like I mentioned, it won't be too far. I'll just go like around the block. Of course, I'll still video it just to prove that I went out. But and then after that, maybe I'll just like get back on the camera and just like say how it went and stuff like that. Cause that's what I want to start doing. Like when I want to video myself before I leave the house and after I leave the house, and I'm still trying to like find a better way to like record myself and talk, because I know it's kind of hard to hear me talk when I'm riding my bike because of that annoying clicking sound. It's not the chain for my bike, it's actually the kickstand that is, the nuts in the bolts are kind of loose, so I always have to tighten them up. So when I'm riding them, it gets loose. So that's why you always hear that annoying clicking sound. So sometimes when I talk, you might not be able to hear me. But maybe I'll just like talk before I leave the house and once I get back. Or if I stop somewhere, I'll just talk real quick and that's it. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to eat my dinner and go out around, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something, because I do have a bad habit of eating and not just sitting there. Like sometimes I'll eat and I'll get so dizzy and then just lay back down after I finish eating, and I know that's bad for you too. And when I used to work and I eat for like my break, and then we only get like a 15-minute break, and I'm eating as fast as I can and just to get back to work, and that's also bad for you. So I don't know, I haven't been taking good care of myself, I guess. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to eat. Hopefully I'll be able to go out. I mean, I still want to go out because I've been doing it for 61 days. It will be 62 days if I go out later on today. And obviously I do want to go out because I know if I miss a day and then I'm like, oh, I need to take a day off, I'll be okay. But if I say, oh, tomorrow, like, oh, I might need to take another day off just to relax or whatever, I know I might go from today to tomorrow to the next day, because I'm like that when I say I want to go out into my backyard at 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm awake at 9. I'm like, oh, I have an hour before I leave, and then once it hits 10 o'clock I'm like, oh, half an hour more, and then that half an hour becomes, like 5 hours later. So That's why I want to go out later on today. I also noticed like when I'm on my bike, if I do feel dizzy, it's not as bad as when I'm walking and feeling dizzy. Cause like when you're on your bike, you're moving, so you kind of already know that you're moving. But when you're walking and you're feeling dizzy, when you're standing there, you're like, well, why am I still moving? Yeah, I'm having like a hard time thinking what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm just gonna end this video because like these sensations are like really annoying me right now. Not panicky or anything. It's just super annoying when you have so many good days and then you get stuck focusing on the bad day. And I know I'm not the only one. It's like even though you try your best not to focus on the bad days, you end up focusing on them anyways.